Hi everyone, it's Amelia here. Today I want to talk about vulnerability. It's something that's been huge in my life over the last few months, and it's something that I'm seeing around a lot. It's one of those kind of buzzwords that you see every now and again. And I think that's because a lot of people are feeling that kind of pull towards being more open, more honest, more real. Up until recently, there was no way on earth that I was going to be vulnerable. I was not going to allow myself to be open to judgment. I wasn't going to show people the real person inside me because they'd laugh at me. I wasn't going to stand up and be myself because surely other people weren't going to like the person that I was. I was living in this really fearful state where I was so worried about what people think and thought of the person that I was and all of who I was. So, people in my life got to see snippets of me. Some people got to see this facet of me, and other people got to see this side of me. And it's probably only my husband that has seen all of it. But until recently, because vulnerability was bad. I thought it was this awful state to be in, and it was kind of like, you were this tiny little bug or something just waiting to be squished by all the bigger, more confident people around. The thing is, we never know what's going on in someone else's life. We feel like we do because in the world of social media and the world as we know it these days, people's lives are out there, but we're not seeing the whole picture. And so we see this surface and we immediately think, oh, they've got it all together. Why don't I have it all together? Why aren't I more like them? And you just go and this round and round, and you're living your life because you feel like you should live it a certain way because other people are living theirs a certain way. And it's exhausting, and we've got all these masks and walls built up, and the real us has just been squished for so long. And it's not until recently that I realised that vulnerability is nothing like I thought it was. For me, vulnerability is showing up every day in the moment and being who I am, feeling what I want to feel without judgment. If I'm feeling sad, allow myself that. If I'm feeling silly, go with it. Who cares? Don't judge it. And it's showing up, feeling all of those emotions, feeling all those feelings 100%, and trusting in the person that I am, and trusting in my life, and trusting the direction that it's going, and that everything will turn out okay. Vulnerability is not a bad word. It's not a bad way to be. And I now believe that vulnerability is the key to living this joyful life. I love vulnerability now. I wear it like a best friend. It's a beautiful way of living. And it's through the inspiring words of Brené Brown's books, and also a really, really dear friend of mine who kind of showed me that there was another way to think about when it came to vulnerability. We're always putting up these walls, but what would be the worst thing that would happen if you took off those masks? What was wrong with showing all of who you are? Do you really know what someone else is thinking? We don't. We can never know. And the lives that you see on social media, that's just the surface. And quite often, because we're so fearful of being vulnerable, what's happening on the outside isn't matching what's happening inside. But living a vulnerable life and living, I guess, an authentic life means that you're coming back to your heart and living from that place all the time with everyone in every situation. You're living truthfully and you're honoring all of you and you're proud of all of you. You're okay with all of these emotions that you feel because it's normal. It's natural to feel sad sometimes. It's natural to feel angry. It's natural to have days where you just kind of want to be in your pajamas all day. And it's about honoring those moments and being okay with those moments. Being okay with the downtimes as much as it's okay with all the happiness and joy. The other thing this beautiful friend of mine taught me is to question everything. Even your mentor, who you hold in the highest of regards, question what they say. If they say the sky is blue, have a think about it. Don't just immediately take on their thoughts and their way of thinking. Make sure it sits right with you and what you believe in. And the same goes for everything that I've ever said, everything I'm saying now, anything. Take from it what sticks to you and what seems right for you. But not everything will seem right for you because no one else sees the world through your eyes. This is your journey, your life, and it's your way. And you can do it whichever way you want to be. My whole life I've spent playing small and hiding behind these masks because I was so afraid of what other people thought. And it all came back. I've done a lot of work on this and why I've been like this. And it came back to moments, just silly moments. It's in school days where, little comments were made at the time, they were hurtful, but ended up having this huge impact on my future. And I have definitely worked through this, and I've worked really hard to get through this and to become this vulnerable person, because I always knew what was inside of me, but I didn't think it was worthy enough of the world to see. And I think at the end of the day, being vulnerable and showing up as you, as all of you, is the ultimate act of self-love. And you don't need to seek the approval of anyone else. You've got to just do what feels right for you and give yourself permission to be the person and move in the direction that you know in your heart is right. Because once you can do that, you're well on your way to fulfilling that purpose that we all kind of crave and desire and want to find. And you're setting yourself free. Once you take off those masks, you can breathe. Excuse me. And you can see. And you'll see that there is this amazing space for opportunity and growth and abundance. And the whole world is open to you. To you, the person that you are. All of you. We deserve to see it. Everyone deserves to see it. The people closest to you know how amazing you are. They know how bright your light shines. You just have to see it too. And what's stopping you? Have a think about that one. Because don't you want to live the most joyful life that you can? I know I do. So don't be afraid to be you and be all of you. Every single part of you deserves to be shown. We shouldn't be playing small for anyone or anything. Have a little think about that. Have a write in your journal. My favourite thing at the moment. Write it out and see what comes up for you, and see if you've been hiding behind the masks and hiding behind the word vulnerability, because I was hiding behind it. And I can tell you that once you embrace vulnerability and embrace the person that you are, life gets pretty darn amazing. I will speak to you all soon. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.